going on, guys? Ari Dax here from NXT-GEN Nutrition. We are here today to talk about the all-new Magic Nutrition pre-workout. Man, it comes as no shock. Well, maybe to some. Myself, Dax, and Mike do own Magic, so we're going to do this review and try not to be biased, but it's probably one of the best pre's I've ever tried. And tasted.
And formulated.
Ticks all the boxes. Just go buy it. That's about it.
Okay, thanks for coming.
It's had quite a few upgrades since the last one. Mainly, I'd say the biggest one is the flavour and how it mixes, and even the powder consistency as well. So, we were finding with the old one, the flavours were like average, mad formula. It felt really good. But after 2 or 3 weeks, it would start to go clumpy. And then, we just didn't want that. We wanted a better finished product that would last, be more shelf stable, taste better, mix better. Mm-hmm. And I think we got it.
I feel like, what was some of the feedback that we were getting from the original formula, apart from, I don't feel like it was really going clumpy. I think maybe it drew together a little bit at the bottom, which happens with a lot of pre-workout. But then a lot of pre-workouts on the market now, they were high stim, a lot higher stim. Now, myself, I don't really like a high stim pre-workout, and I know you don't as well. So we had to accommodate for that. And the way we went about it was obviously up the stimulants, but we did it in a way that it wasn't just going to rock your socks. Stronger kick, right? It is stronger, stimulant-wise. But still not that feeling of being too overwired that you can't concentrate when you're training and trying to obviously get into the motions of an exercise. And how did we go about that with the stimulants?
Well, basically what we did was, instead of just loading it with a bunch of caffeine anhydrous, which is basically synthetic caffeine, you'll find when a pre's loaded with that caffeine anhydrous, it'll hit you really hard and then drop you real hard.
It's a short last.
Yeah. So really good for those high stim pre's where people just want to get off their face, get in and get out. But we wanted to attack this one with more sort of longevity and still performance-based stimulant sort of kick. So what we did, we put in natural caffeine. So the best way I can describe it, and how I described it the other week to a customer, is the kick you get off a coffee compared to the kick you get off a pre-workout are two different feelings. And that's because one is from obviously a natural coffee bean. And then most of the pre-workouts have the synthetic caffeine anhydrous. So what we've done is we've had a little bit more of the natural caffeine and then had a little bit less of the anhydrous. And then we've also chucked in the jugglans in there as well, which is the English walnut extract, which is another stimulant on top of that. Then we've gone ahead and added some synephrine as well. Yeah. So, I mean, what you find with, if you haven't tried it yet, is it's a very smooth, long-lasting sort of energy. It's something that sort of creeps up on you, like, oh, I'm actually flying. And then you just feel really, really, really good, and it wears off nice and slow. There's no sort of up and down.
Yeah. More of a endurance-based pre-workout. Now, endurance meaning that if you're training longer than 45 to an hour, or even if you're training 45 to an hour, it's constant all the way through. In saying that, especially up at Tugger, and a lot of Cam's clients and training partners have been using this pre-workout for their CrossFit workouts. We'll get to this in a minute, but I might as well touch on it now. It's a 2-scoop serving size, so 2 scoops is 1 serve. They've been having 1 to 1.5 and finding that's a really nice sweet spot, that if they're doing short spurt workouts, 25 to 30 minutes, a lot of CrossFitters do, but obviously it's intense as hell. They're smooth and very focused all the way through. So you have it on both ends. Someone that's training chest and shoulders or back for an hour and a half, whatever, or someone that's shooting for 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah. I think that's one of the biggest things that we've been trying to get across, is letting people know that 2 scoops is 1 serve.
Correct.
It's still 25 serves at 2 scoops. So you still get it, It's not like you're going to go through it quicker.
Most pre-workouts now are between 20 to 30 scoops.
Yeah. So, if you grab the pre, make sure you're having the full serve at 2 scoops. And then, obviously, if you wanted to double scoop it, you'd be having 4 scoops, which would be a double serve.
Which you don't.
You don't need to. Definitely don't. All right. So what else? So we've also got in there some solid pump ingredients. You got your L-citrulline at 4,000 milligrams. We've got the Agma Pure in there as well at 700 milligrams. Then we haven't also forgotten about the performance side of thing, which is what people loved about the old one.
Yeah.
Beta-alanine's in there for the tingles, and obviously buffer lactic acid, improved performance. The betaine anhydrous is in there as well, which complements the beta-alanine very, very well.
And the focus too.
Focus, yeah. So we got the creatine HCl in there for the last performance ingredient, which is going to help with power output and muscular endurance and fullness. And then the focus, which is what a lot of people are loving about this pre-workout. I would say it's primarily down to the combo of the alpha GPC and the tyrosine.
Yep.
You feel really, really good, euphoric and happy, and you want to train. And when the song comes on, it's like hits differently. You feel good.
And the most important thing is after your workout, you still have a good appetite to eat food, which is the most important time to eat if you're trying to grow muscle or recover, is post-workout after training. A lot of these really high stimulated pre's, and once again, we're not hitting on those pre-workouts and not having a go at those.
They got a time and a place.
They have a time and place. You don't have an appetite to eat after training, and then so you don't eat, and you sort of, you're missing that opportunity of the speed and recovery process up. You still have a great appetite. I use this. Obviously, I'm going to use my own pre, but if it wasn't even a Magic pre-workout and I tried it, just like the Hyperload, I was a big fan of that, love it, still do. I would still use this pre-workout because I can still eat when I get home at 6 a.m. in the morning. But like you mentioned at the start, the flavors are spot on. They literally are like, if you would ever like the raspberry, the mango, or the grape bubblegum flavor, like either or any of these flavors, you would not worry or you're not stressed that you didn't like this product. Flavor.
I mean, how it's sold in the market, grape bubblegum has been number one.
That just flew because a lot of people just go, I'll grab grape. And
I think it's the colours and everything too. It looks, and then it's gone mango, and then raspberry's been third. I thought raspberry would be second, but
I've got mango myself. I reckon that mango is dead set spot on.
I actually got mango too.
It's so refreshing. It's so nice to have.
So like Dak said, comes in 3 amazing flavors: the mango, the raspberry, and the grape. Mixes well with water. Just remember, 2 scoops is 1 serve, so make sure you're having that full serve.
Also want to touch on the directions at the bottom of the pre-workout where it says to have it in 938 ml of water, which is almost a litre of water. Now, do you need to do that? Obviously not. The reason why we've put that on there is to abide, that's the word I'm looking for, the rules with the TGA. So don't feel like you need to have this alert. If you want to, you can, but no one wants to be having a litre of water of pre-workout.
Personally, I have
250 ml of water is perfectly fine. Just wanted to cover that because I do get that question.
And a lot of people would look at that and go, I'll have it with that, and it's like, fuck, it's a lot of water.
Well,
to
if
get
it says
through
on the back, they're gonna, they're obviously reading it, which is a good thing. But you don't need that much water.
So guys, if you're in the market for a new pre-workout and you want something that's going to be strong, smooth, very euphoric, make you feel good, good pumps, good focus, and taste good, give the new Magic pre-workout a try. It's available in all NXT-GEN stores and online.